Hello and welcome to another 10-minute Blender modeling challenge. Today I want to try to build a Mars base. So on the planet Mars, a little base that could be there in a few, maybe 5-10 years or something. And yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do within 10 minutes. Without a lot of talking, let's get right into it. So let's start all my timers and let's go. I just wanted to start without setting up my timers, which wouldn't be too good. Okay, let's go. So this timer is running and the other one as well. Let's go. Let's go into edit mode. Perfect. Now we have this nice face. We inset it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little... Oops. Oh, I'm going to make some mistakes as usual. Okay. Let's get this done. Better. Good. Now everything is all right. So what I want to do is I want to create some sort of solar installation, and that's what I'm going to do. I will then, after creating some basement parts, use these to set up a base with a nice kind of plateau, whatever. Okay, so I've created a nice foundation, and now I will set the 3D cursor to this point using Shift S and then 2, and then I'm going to add a plane, rotate it around the y-axis so it is in this position, which is nice, I guess, something like that. That's good enough. And scale this down to 0, move it to this gray, and now I scale it up using the y-axis. I change this mode to normal and scale it using the x-axis. Now we have a nice flat face, and we go into global again, extrude this a little bit, use Ctrl E and subdivide with 3, and now we have a nice shape. We inset this using double I to get the individual insets, and now we extrude it inwards a little bit. That's great. Now let's go over here, take all these points and make them blue. That's our solar panel. Amazing. Okay, the next thing, now we have power for our lunar base. What do we need now? Something else we need, I created these cubes in advance just to have some little things that have the material applied already. Alright, what else do we need? We need some sort of housing. So let's take this object, use it completely. Maybe I just move all the things a little bit more, like this even more. Good. Now I can work. Okay, take this, scale it on the y-axis like this. That looks good. Scale it on the x-axis, and actually I need to scale it. Now I don't need y anymore. Whoops. And take this, move it up with using this G and then Z. Now extrude this a little bit, scale it on the x-axis. Maybe like that. I guess on Mars we will have some sort of barracks for now, because they are cheap and easy to produce. So again, go into subdivide, create some little things, and we will use these to create some windows, because of course if I was on Mars I wanted to see something, I guess, at least. So there we go, some nice little windows. Let's select shift and period, and then this point, extrude them inwards a little bit, not like that. That's good enough. And go for a nice blue color, maybe something more happy than something brighter than the dark solar panels. Okay, now do we need a door? We would need some kind of airlock, I guess. Maybe it's a really early base, so the people will go outside using spacesuits. So we need some kind of airlock to get between two houses. So we go like this and then extrude something and maybe a little door. I'm really sure that this is not the perfect way of doing something, because I inset my stuff and then I move it down using G and Z. I'm really sure that there's a better, nicer looking way, but I don't know it yet. I hope maybe someone can tell me how I could do it better. Hey, it's me from the future. I have found out that you can just take the face you want, like an entrance in, subdivide it, then subdivide the smaller parts, just like I do in the video right now, and then you shouldn't forget to remove the faces, and that's a cleaner way than I did in the video. Okay, that's good enough. This is our I need updates. Great, Windows. Thank you for doing updates I don't want. Okay, so now we have some living facility. And what else could we need? We could need something to communicate with the home planet, with the Earth. So move this over here, go here, press the comma. It's called like that in English as well, I think. And let's build some communication stuff. So S Shift Z to scale it. That's the foundation for our building. And now, Shift S2, and then maybe add a nice little cylinder. Scale this down to 0 and move it over here. A little darker gray, I guess. That's what we'll go for. Move it on this axis. And what should we build? Maybe like a maybe like a little tower with some antennas and stuff. I guess that would make sense, probably. Maybe we'll go like this. So we take another cube, scale this down to 0 and move it over here. Wait, is that the right color? It doesn't matter that much. Good. So scale it on the x-axis, scale it on y, and then we extrude this on z. Of course, on z. Now we can take these and this edge, go to median point and scale it on the y-axis a little bit. Maybe that's like the base for our communications tower, which could also control this flight of some spaceships or something. So let's inset this a little bit. It should actually be a little more. Maybe I need to remove this edge. Whoops. Okay, that's good enough. Go for a little nice color over here. Now we need some antennas. Oh my god, we only have 3 minutes left. So we go for subdivide. Subdivide it a little more. Now we take this, maybe subdivide it even more, extrude this, scale it down, extrude it again, scale it down even more, maybe scale it up now a little bit, scale it down and move it up and scale it. That's as good as it will get, since we only have 3 minutes left. We have some communication space, some buildings and some power. Alright, these are the base for everything. We will go Shift and S and then 1 and create a nice plane. This will be our Mars. We scale all this up like this. That could be nice. I probably should have used more time for this because I have so many more ideas what I could do, but I don't have the time to do all of it. Go like this and this. Scale this down to 0. Now we go Control 4 maybe. Oops, didn't I select this? What am I doing? I was in edit mode, oops. Okay, Control 4, simple. Apply. 2 minutes left. Good. Now scale everything to 0. We already have that. And now move it over here. Have some nice Mars-like color. Just for this modeling thing, I prepared a nice color. Now we want to have some displacement. We go over here to displacement, then select a new texture, which we select over here. Go to this and then the cloud. No, I don't like the cloud. I usually use the Musgraph because I like that. And decrease the intensity to something like this. Guess I could have made more points, but it's too late now. Okay, so that is our Mars surface. And let's place some of these buildings down. We will go like this. Now it's hard to find some place to work with. Okay, let's what should we do? We could add some fundament. Okay, so we want buildings here and maybe here. So we extrude this stuff and then we scale it on Z to 0, which gives us a nice foundation for our houses. Now we take this and move it down. Actually, we could go here to faces and then use G and Z to make sure it is on the face. Now let's duplicate this, move it on the y-axis, duplicate it again, and move it on the x-axis. Now we have 3 little buildings that are the main part of our base. Now we move the communications tower. I guess I should actually scale it up a little bit, because that would be a really tiny communications tower otherwise. Move this down. I don't have a lot of time left. I want more solar panels, because how should we get power otherwise? And move over here, go there, Shift D, Y, Shift D, Y, move it down a little bit, Shift D, Y, and move it down again. So now 8 seconds left. Let's take all of these, point 2, rotate Z and move them into the sun, and that's all we can do. Now the time is over. It's a really nice but really small base. I had so many ideas. I was thinking about making a factory or some other cool stuff with some robots. I built something like that in Minecraft ages ago, but I guess 10 minutes isn't that much time to create something like that. But I think it's okay looking. We have some small buildings. We could, I should have made this even more, yeah, something like that. That would be nice, like nice and smooth. I should have made something like that. Maybe even then add, what is it called? The decimate modifier, which I could set to something like 0.2, which would give it a low poly look, but a smoother one. I guess I will go with this. I like the way it looks. And now we would have some nice Mars colony with some first buildings. What we are missing, of course, is somewhere to plant our spaceship on. I should have made something like that, but maybe I will do some builds where I have more time than 10 minutes, because 10 minutes is really not that much. But yeah, okay, so that's the build I wanted to do. And now I would like to do one little thing, because I enjoy doing it. Of course, it doesn't count to the 10 minutes part, but maybe it's interesting for you. What I want to do is I want to create a nice background with stars. And personally, I'm a fan of creating random textures using noise made by Blender. And a good way to make a nice background with stars is to take the, what is it called? The Voronoi texture, is it? I think. And then you take the color, connect these. Now you will see that nothing happens. Okay, so I'm a noob. I forgot the most important thing. To see your own background, you of course need to go to the render preview, not the material preview, because in the material preview you don't see your own background. Maybe you can see it, I just don't know how. That's my problem. So go to render preview, and what I like to do is to create some random kind of star sky. I take a Voronoi texture and then I scale it up. I usually use something like, I guess, 1000. So it's really small. No, 1000 is too much, I guess. I go with 500, something like that. And then I use a color ramp, which I ramp up really much. So you see it looks like some kind of star texture. If you go really close, you will see that those are actually not really round, which is why I usually increase it a little bit more. And yeah, I just wanted to add this into the video because I like the way it looks. It's like a sky full of stars if you were able to see them, and I guess on Mars you maybe could see them. Mars still has an atmosphere, so let's go for a little brighter color, maybe something like that with a nice, it's Mars, so we go with a red, some red shading, maybe even a little brighter. Something like that looks nice. So now we have some nice base for our Mars base, not base, some nice background for our Mars base. And I think it looks really cool like that. Maybe you like it as well. Yeah, so that is all I wanted to do this video. Oh yeah, right, I was newbie editing when I built the stuff. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed at how little I got done. Maybe I will just build on it and then do a little... I will do a little cut what I would have done. I like the stuff, so I will just do it. See you soon.